All right. Welcome to Neo Mustangs. This is my Foxbody Mustang channel. For those new to the channel, we usually stream on Sunday nights. Most Sunday nights, there is, sometimes there's things that we got to do that we can't make it. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate everyone showing up today. I got a lot to be thankful for, just like the title says, and I'm sorry I didn't let you guys know that we were going to go live earlier, but that's okay. Anyways, just here to talk, about Foxbodies, a little bit of tech. This probably will be one of the last, regular streams of the year, because we're going to have the Fox Days of Christmas next week. So, as you can see, we got a lot going on here at the shop. I got all the gifts for the Fox Days of Christmas, as you guys see behind me. We ended up getting about a total of 15 or 16 different gifts, which for you guys that are new to the channel and new to the stream, every year at Christmas, this is the first annual one, I'm in collaboration with Brutal, who as well is doing his own Fox Days of Christmas. So what we're doing this year is we're giving back to the community. So what does that actually mean? Well, that means that we took some of the money that we made on YouTube, the monetization, and we just gave it back to the community as just a thank you. So there's a lot of really good gifts on his side and my side that you guys are definitely going to want to stick around. And it's this week we got 2 videos coming up. Tomorrow we got video 1 that's going to open 1 through 7 or 1 through 8, and then the second video will be Wednesday, and it'll open 9 through probably 15 or 16. I'm still waiting on one. So, guys, you guys got to stick around. It's going to be epic. You guys are going to get a lot of nice shit. And I think that, the format we're going to do is the same as Brutal. So it's kind of the same. We're collaborating with him. So it's, it's going to be just a hashtag and the box number or whatever. So we're not opening that stuff tonight. So I'm sorry if I'm disappointing you guys with that, but we're going to do this in video format. That way I can go through the comments, much like Nakia was talking about doing with this channel, and we are going to be able to select winners from there. So we're going to open the video, we're going to open the boxes. That way you don't get a box that you don't want or don't need, etc. So anyways, first and foremost, we'll get back to talking about the Fox Days of Christmas. What's going on, Mustang Guy, Jason Fields, Cousin Paul, King Auto Speed, David Willis, and Nicholas. I appreciate you guys as my the guys in the green are my members. So we'll be talking about a little giveaway for you guys alone. I'm gonna do something special, just obviously for my channel members outside of the Fox Days of Christmas, which I'm giving most of the stuff to the community or whatever. So, anyways, don't really have a whole lot. I usually like to do my live streams as a format with like the top 10, top 5, whatever tech. But like I said, we got a lot to be thankful for this. I basically want to say, thank you to everybody who's been part of the channel, who's supported the channel. Met a lot of people this year. I've done a lot of events this year that I normally wouldn't have done, and I'm ashamed for not doing them from the years prior to. But the Bleed Ford Blue, we did the Ford Takeover, and of course the Foxtoberfest. The only one I really missed that I really wanted to go to was Mustang Week. So next year we're definitely hitting Mustang Week. It's the last hoorah. So I'll probably be in a little townhouse, shacked up in a little townhouse with my trailer in the front, and probably had a black and a white car down there. So what's up, Superfly Garage, Michigan's finest, John Doe's. Good to see everybody. Like I said, we got 15 boxes, guys. I promised you guys Fox Days of Christmas. It's not, like I said, we're not opening that stuff up today, but I just wanted to kind of show off a little bit. We're going to be making 2 videos this week and just focus on nothing but Christmas. Have a little bit of Christmas music going on in the background. I'll be in my stupid little sweater, with this pokey little hat, and maybe even have the Grinch show up, but, probably won't see the Grinch until the actual giveaway. So I'm sure he's here in chat somewhere. Anyways, guys, I'm thankful for the way the channel has gone and the direction that it's gone. I did want to give a moment of silence. Well, not a moment of silence, but like a small prayer, for just out of thanks for my mother. My parents have went through, you probably know, a really bad time, and myself as well. It's been very trying here with my family. You know, and I just wanted to, say thank you to, to God and to, and to family and friends just for being there with me. And, I definitely want to, give my heart's out to some of the other, some of the other people, as you guys know, in the community that are dealing with, possible, sickness and such. So, guys, I mean, I really, you have my condolences along with my channel, and everybody in it. I got got a couple really close people to me. They're like brothers that are sick as well. So, God, pray that everything doesn't turn bad. Anyways, guys, just stay safe. This stuff is getting out of hand. I don't talk about the politics, and I don't talk about the COVID, and I don't talk about that stuff. But I can tell you that, I almost, my mother went through a really, really, really bad time. It was bad. That's why, I didn't really have a whole lot of content between Thanksgiving and now, is because of, dealing with this stuff. So this stuff is real. I mean, it just hit me and it hit my family. We talked about it last week, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I'm very thankful that everything turned out the way that it did, and the way it did with, positively. So, and, my heart's out to those who have to deal with this and those who have lost, because I did lose a family member to it recently. So, anyways, thank you. All right, so as for the channel, I just want to say it's a huge thing. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last stream of the year, because next Sunday we're going to be busy opening presents. We're going to be busy giving away some really, really good stuff. So make sure you guys, if you're new to the channel, you're just watching this live stream just randomly, you really want to pay attention this year. You really want to pay attention right now, because these next two videos, you have a chance at winning something cool. I got probably $2,500 in parts sitting right there on this table right here. I didn't skimp. Neither did my sponsors. I had a handful of sponsors, like I had Trick Flow. We had Summit Racing, Anderson Ford Motorsport, Hanlon Motorsports was a big one. Ram came through for me. Stiflers came through for me. And then, of course, my own business, with Neo Mustangs, we bought a whole bunch of stuff outside of that. So there's a lot of really, really good stuff in there that you guys are going to want to, it is restoration stuff. There's performance stuff. I think you guys will be super, super excited to see what's up. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate all the prayers there. Hey, everything worked out pretty good though. So I will thank God for thus far everything seems to be okay. Going through that initial stage of it. So anyway, what's up, Fat Boy Fox? What's up, Broken Tool? All right, guys. So I guess we could talk about some Christmas stuff, or we could talk about some mods. What's going on here at the channel? Maybe you guys could tell me in chat how you think about, what do you guys think about what I should do? Should I build another motor? Should I, I don't know. I don't even really want to talk about that. What do you guys want to talk about? You tell me what you want to talk about. I'm here for you today. You can hit me with tech questions. I would love to be having a really engaging conversation with junkyard mods or doing mods for something or the other, or brakes or whatever. But, I'm not really just kind of in the thankful mood. You know what I mean? The Christmas stuff. I wish I could just be opening them up for you right now. We would just be engaged for like 2 hours doing nothing but doing Christmas. But again, we're going to wait until the 26th, because I think that's what we all agreed on. But whatever. What are you looking to do for a project? Well, okay. So as for a project, well, you guys know that the black car actually runs. So there's, hold on one second. So what we're going to do is put the bigger turbo on, but before we get into taking anything apart, I still got my dad's car that I need to take to the dyno. Like I said, I've been very engaged family-wise with the sickness, the spike in the sickness in our area since they're like mid-November. So one of my videos that I was going to bring to you guys was the Fobra motor that I built here. I was going to take it to the dyno, and we were going to see how much power it made. and then maybe kind of check the AFR on it to see if we can maybe stick some nitrous or something at it. We do have a wet shot, but I don't know how well a speed density on about 150 shot of nitrous will do already kind of cammed up with a set of heads. So what's up, DK? So I think for a project this year, like we had talked about last week, I think I want to try to weld that roof on that coupe. I also got a number of other things that I wanted to do. I wanted to build a new motor, but man, we're talking like a lot of money, man. This is a budget channel. If I start, you think to yourself on YouTube, you're like, hey, we got, the more money you spend on your car, or the more high performance or crazy build that it is, the more people are going to look at your stuff and like it. That's not really the way that goes. So like I thought to myself, well, I want to run 8s next year with my white car, but there's a lot of people on the channel don't like that too much. It doesn't get a lot of views, and that's okay. It's kind of a radical thing. So we're gonna probably do that little coupe thing that I'm gonna talk about doing. What's up, Smurfit? Think I should build, and no, I'm just kidding. So we do have Smurfit's car that we have to try to get put back in the, that's a great project to do. If you didn't already know, Cousin Paul and Smurfit are husband and wife, and right now they're at home on the quarantine, so prayers to them. Neo dyno comparison. So you're talking about wanting me to do like GT40 heads versus. I tell you, the one comparison that I'd really like to do on Dad's car would really be the turbo kit. Look, I got 2 other turbo cars. I freaking get it. But wouldn't it be cool if we took the extra on-3 kit that we had, weld some shit up, and take it over to the dyno and only make 7 pounds of boost, just like we did with the Supercharger. Now here's the problem with doing that video, is we did that video with the Supercharger like 8 months ago, right? It's been a while. We did it, we did a lot of content on Dad's car while the black car and the white car were down. And it was a really good content, but the one video that I never got to compare real well with is the fact of, okay, well, we'll take the Supercharger off, let's stick a turbo kit on it real quick, make the same boost that the Supercharger made, and see who actually makes more power. You know what I mean? What's up, Paul the Fox? Been listening and chilling. I appreciate you, man. I hope everything with you and your wife and your family is hopefully settling down in a good way. So another one of the content creators out there that are struggling with what's going on. So what's up, Alberto? So yeah, we're a little behind as far as like Cousin Paul and Cousin Sandy, or Cousin Paul and Smurfit. Smurfit's my videographer, which you've seen her in my videos. We actually painted a car Grabber blue about 6 months ago, and what they were going to do is do a complete transition of from one car to the other. And one thing that we have to do to the car is we have to switch K members and motors and transmissions and axles. So the shell's already been painted, but it's, I mean, literally when COVID strikes, you're down a month, plus, and it just hit like my whole family. So everything got put on pause. It's already throwing our stuff. This is exactly why I put my black car and my white car away running, because I knew that if something was to happen that put everything on pause, or with the business or my family or whatever, at least I know coming out in the spring, I still got my street car I can drive around and mess with. And then I got my white car I can turn up and blow up or whatever. I've been wanting to sell the 408 Winsor that's in there, but I haven't really pushed it. I haven't even really mentioned anything except for here on the stream. So, what's up, Carlos? What size fuel lines you running? So here we go. We're going to be doing 2 videos this week. Like I started talking about some of the really important information at the beginning when nobody was even in this chat. But we're going to be doing 2 videos this week, Christmas videos. We're going to be focusing on Christmas this week. As you see, I got 16 gifts behind me. Make sure you guys pay attention to that. You don't have to be, I don't mean to keep talking about it, but those are the 2 videos that are coming out this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about fuel lines, fuel system, and turbo exhaust. So we're going to be doing 2 videos next week with the black car. One with how I, how I built my turbo dual exhaust and what I did and how I made it all work, and with some of the changes that I'm going to make. And then the same, like 2 days later, we're going to do the fuel system, because what I want to do is the 2 videos that I've been promising you with the turbo exhaust and the fuel system, what's on my black car, and then I want to take the car and put it away. You see what I mean? I want to put it in my trailer and lock it down. So you run a front sway bar? I do not. What do you think about equal length headers? I like equal length. Listen, I like equal length because of the pulse, and it also, the equal length headers actually give you a little bit better of a sound. It gives you a little more thump to your sound on your mufflers. Does that make sense? Because it's the equal pulse coming out of your exhaust. What we got here? Yeah, 1990 LX. What's your thoughts on a 160-degree stat? I run 160 all the time. I take that back. I run 180. Listen, when you run too cold of a thermostat, one of the problems that you're going to get is you're going to, especially in hot weather, you're going to get a thermostat that gets overrun, and it won't be able to keep up. So what that does is it's already wide open, and the thermostats are, at that point, you might as well just be running just a reducer at that point. You know what I mean? They have those thermostats that have like a whole hole in it. What I like to do on my 180s, now it's a little bit warmer. I don't like my car being at 180, 190, but it is what it is I always drill a little hole out. They got these little seep hole thingies on the thermostats, at least most of them do, like little weep hole, pluggy thingies. I usually cut those out and drill those holes. So you still get a little bit of fluid or a little bit of radiator coolant through the thermostat, even though it may not be fully open. Do you see what I mean? I do a lot of street driving on my car, and it seems to be working. Mustang Guy 6501. If I had the money, I'd love the 408. Well, who wouldn't? Yeah, 408's a bad motor, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm only selling the motor because I want to go back to a 363 on my white car, put that other turbo kit on, but that's a lot of money. X-pipe or H-pipe? I like X-pipe because of the pulse. I'm running a -8 line, but the Holly bracket is -6 at the bracket, so not technically. But yes, huge intake, no hood. What timing do you like to run? On my boosted applications, I usually only run about 16 or 17 degrees. It gives me room to turn the car up if I get into I do a little bit of, recreational racing, if that makes any sense. Where we, go 100 miles an hour on a Bronco, quote unquote, if you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we randomly have fun at the track or whatever, and I do a lot of stick shift events, or at least I try to attend them. So I want to give myself, when I'm tuning the car, I'm usually tuning on 16 or 17 degrees on E85, but I know I still have 3 or 4 degrees I could mess with if I wanted to turn the car up. You see what I mean? So this turbo on the black car, probably out of turbo. The 80 I'm putting on it, which is Mustang Mike's turbo, will make more power on the TKX and probably run a better time. But I'm not looking to go faster on the black car. It went 970s, bro. 970 too. I mean, it's 970 at 140 or 130. It's 140, 141. Dude, that's fine. I got a proven 9-second car that I drive around town all day. I'm done. The black car is. I'm happy with it. If I'm racing next year, it's going to be with my dad's car, messing around with stock bottom end shit, or it's going to be my white car. So. Broken 2 garage. I had to. Okay. What time? Hey, bro. What's a 408 board 30 over in cubic inch? 351. A 408 is a stroked 351 board 30 over. I'm following you. Pump wiring and stuff. Yeah, it's got a handful of ads in there. I haven't went back and actually changed it. I didn't mean to put 8 ads in a 40-minute video, but I mean it is a 40-minute video. So most of those ads get skipped anyways. So yeah, the wiring video, I probably wouldn't. I could make it better if I did it again, but you know how that works. Just once it's up, leave it alone. The how-to videos are always been the basement and the platform for my channel, as you guys already know. Stock bottom end and GT40 junkyard stuff, doing stuff in the cheap, doing it yourself. It's always been in the kind of like the bloodline of our channel. So. Some of those older videos are just where we're from. You know what I mean? Boston Beaters, just tuning in. Happy holidays. Appreciate you, bro. Welcome back to the channel. I'm rocking the Vengeance t-shirt. I just noticed that. I forgot to give a shout out to Chris. Hope you're feeling pretty good, man. I know you've went through it yourself, so hope he's doing good over there at Vengeance. I haven't heard much from him or Hanlon. So, what is the best ignition setup for a NA 351 Winsor? I mean, a lot of people would say MSD and the MSD box and hate on it, but honestly, just, you know, the next level upgrade to ignition, you know, a 6AL, 6A, just that, you know, hell, I run an Excel distributor on my 408, which is supposed to be like the worst one of them all, and I haven't had any issues with it. Would you consider doing a Coyote swap stuff? Yes, and the only way I would do a Coyote swap if it kind of just fell in my lap. So let me explain. When we make Megatron, like, if you guys that don't know what Megatron is my coupe that I'm building. I'm gonna weld a top of a coupe onto a hatchback. So this car has like no interior. It's gonna be a stripper car. So that would be kind of the car that I would do to get, you know, to put a Coyote swap in. But I would not go out and look for a Coyote swap. But if I happen to catch a deal on a Mustang, maybe one that can be salvaged and maybe just parted out or whatever, that'd probably be about the only time that I would actually do a Coyote swap, because it just makes sense. Instead of just finding just the motor and transmission, it'd have to come in a whole car. You know what I mean? As much as I would love to buy a TKX, unfortunately it's not in my budget. How difficult is it to do a refresh of T5? What am I looking at cost-wise to do it? Okay, so to answer that question, Nick, best way to do it is to, you know, obviously I'm going to mention Hanlon Motorsports, but that's because I do business with them every week. Hell, last week I spent about $1,000 on them on transmission parts for my customers. You see what I mean? I do a lot of business with them outside of what they do on YouTube. YouTube is just the fun shit that we do. You see what I mean? But if you're going to refresh your T5, best thing for you to do is to get the counter support plate, the billet counter support plate that Hanlon sells, and a good steel iron retainer. And then, of course, you need a rebuild kit. I mean, T5s can last. It all depends on how you drive it. Like, you know, if you drive it like you want to break it, you're going to break it. But if you're careful, usually it's third gear. It's the same thing with the TKOs. Third gear just hates everybody. It's ridiculous. But I mean, you could still make some power through the T5, but just keep in mind that, you know, you're on borrowed time. You know what I mean? Don't get mad at it. Don't go C4. Don't go automatic just because you can't afford a stronger transmission, because you never know what will happen. You know what I mean? You might find a Tremec out there. You know, 3550s are just fine to 450. You know what I mean? So, where's the cheap big brake video upgrade? Okay, so that is the other video that we were talking about doing before the end of the year. I'm waiting on the SNS engineering kit. So that's kind of one of the problems that we're having. Plus, I just been trying to keep up, Doomsday. You know what I mean? It's been very taxing the last month. So create a coupe. Wait. Troy Mason just scooped a running 5.0 from a yard Lincoln Mark 7. While it's out and on the stand, what should I replace? So if that's the HL motor, I probably wouldn't replace shit if it ain't leaking, bro. Clean it up, paint it. The nice thing about cleaning it up and painting it, you can tell if it leaks somewhere. Set it down in the car and send it, my man. Timing chain, dampener. Oh, you're talking about what items need to be replaced. Like, if you're going to use the motor, you need to use all your Foxbody stuff. Your timing chain, you know, the bracketry. You see what I'm saying? Third gear is a hater. You know what? Third gear is the one that breaks in everything. So, Merry Christmas, Lamar. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Everybody got Fox Days of Christmas behind me, which we will be getting into this week. That's our whole focus this week. Video and stream next Sunday is to give away a lot of Foxbody parts. Problem with a lot of transmission at the shop is I work as not just a T5, right? So, Merry Christmas, Mustang guy. So if you guys got anything for me, just go ahead and hit me. I mean, like I said, today is all about you. You know, I'm here to chat with you guys. I'm very thankful for my, you know, this is a Foxbody dream to be on YouTube, let alone making any money from it. So, you know, YouTube definitely pays us peanuts, but, you know, I wanted to give back a portion of it to the community, like just much like in the Kia and Brutal. So, Merry Christmas. Okay, so what's up, Nathan Tuck? Got the man in the house. Nathan Tuck, just so everybody knows, is my longest running member at the highest tier. So I wanted to actually, huge shout out to Nathan Tuck for what he has contributed to the channel. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of that shout out stuff for all my channel members. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the join button below. You got to be on a laptop, I think, or some sort of PC to see the join button, but I think some phones show it. But I do appreciate you, Nathan Tuck. I wanted to, huge shout out to you for supporting the channel as long as you have. Man Gear as well, Man Gear 50. What's up? What's up, my man? What is the best 5 and 6 speed transmissions for a 351 Windsor? Obviously the best, there's only one 6-speed, you know, it's the T56 mag, but to be honest with you guys, if you ain't making more than 650, don't buy a T56. You know, you can, if you've already got a Tremec, you could simply just buy a TKX. I didn't cheat on my tests of that TKX. We're not even taking it out. We're going to push it some more. So, I mean, if you're not making more than 600, I wouldn't even, you know, I would run with a, you know, TKX all day. Now, as 5-speed's concerned, I wouldn't do any Tremecs. You know, just forget about TKOs. My last video was, you know, the TKX is the death of the TKO. It's 100% legit. I don't really care what anybody, you know, that's just the way it is. Will do. Have a GT4, Troy Mason. Have a GT40 set up and a B-cam to pair up. That should be a nice. A B-cam sounds nasty, bro. Lenzo Mustang. What's the biggest tire you can put in the front of your Foxbody? I now know because of you 315 in the back. So I'm running. I usually don't like to run anything big in the front. Like, you probably don't want to run a lot of big in the front because it puts a beating on the spindle. I usually keep it around 255, 245. I like to run the 40 series tires though. I don't like to run 45, but you know, the more profile and the bigger the tire, the more you're going to actually, you know, the more you're going to actually, you know, feel the road. You see what I mean? Like all the bumps and shit. So, I see it on the Android, but it's, nah, man, I ain't worried about that Mustang guy. I'm just informing people about it. I'm rocking a T5 GT40 setup, keeping it old school. That's right, Nathan. That's right. And you know what? We're going to be doing Dad's videos, big first of the year. We're going to finish out the videos with the black car. We got the brake upgrade. I was going to try to do. I might have saved that for spring because we don't really need to do it right now. And then we're going to do Dad's car with, you know, the dyno and the NA motor and see if we can maybe switch it over. I don't know. Jason Fields, I appreciate the 1999 super chat, my dude. Super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, my man. Boston Beaters. I am, okay. Paul Balzerino. Hey, prayers up. I appreciate that, man. Had about a year ago. Swore I was going to die. It's no joke, man. I appreciate that, Paul. You know what? I just got a lot of loved ones that could not get that. And it was very, very, very scary. Yeah. It sucks, and I'm dealing with it right now with a couple of the very close brothers of mine, and they're doing pretty good for what I know. So keep in contact with them. Merry Christmas all. God bless. Good night. Prayers to those fighting the illness. I appreciate that, Smurfit, and prayers to you and cousin Paul going through that right now. Get some rest. Let's get through it. Is there anything I need to change using a T5 from a 4-cylinder car to a 302? Pilot bearing. If you're going to put a 4-cylinder trans into a Foxbody or whatever, you got to change the pilot bearing. If you need to know the pilot bearings part number, and you go to AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts where somebody knows what they're doing there, have them look up a pilot bearing for an 8384 Ford Ranger diesel 2.2. 8384. The pilot bearing from the diesel works as a 4-cylinder replacement for the V8 motor. Does that make sense? Best cam to wake up to is stock 5.0. B-cam. B-cam Mafia. That's why they call it B-cam Mafia for a reason, my man. Is there anything? Okay. Merry Christmas to you, Jason. I appreciate you on that, man. I appreciate that all day. That's stuff like that's what brings this stuff to the community, dude. James Salter. I think there's about an input shaft bearing difference. That's right. Yep, that's right. So, like I said, I think it's 8384 Ford Ranger diesel 2.2. Yeah, it's a really odd vehicle, but their pilot bearing is, I think, goes in the back of a Ford crank, 302 crank, and I think it has the dimensions of a 4-cylinder, so it'll work. So yeah, I'm surprised. I figured I'd get more chat. Like I said, guys, I'm here for you. I'm here for you tonight. I appreciate everybody. You got some questions for me, got some questions for the channel, got some questions for Fox Days of Christmas or what's coming to the channel, hit me up with it right now. Let's go. Membership is worth it. Not only the content we got YouTube, but having Neo as a tech support when you need it. Yeah, you know what? You got all you members got my my personal email. You know, I think I try to stay in contact as much as I can. I think I answer emails as best as possible. What's your favorite pre-workout? What the hell? Psychotic. I'm about to try the psychotic test. I don't do tests, at least not yet. I'm 44 years old, so I'm sure that day's coming where the doctor is going to say, ha, your testosterone's like 300. But what we're going to do is I'm going to try that psychotic test. It's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, it's not illegal. It's something you buy online. But where's the link to your membership? Hang on and I'll get it for you. See, I'm not afraid to talk about stuff like that because, I mean, eventually one day, you know, one day I may have to deal with that. I don't know where that's at. Give me a link here. Oh, hello. It was sitting right in front of me, bro. That's the link to the, I'm gonna pin it too. That's the link to the membership if you guys are interested in checking it out. Heck yeah, I'm gonna check that out. All right. What's the next with the black hatch? Sequential shifter, different cylinder heads. Okay, so the black, you talking about my black Mustang here? Vengeance clutch. We're gonna put a Vengeance clutch in it and I showed this on the other video. I'm gonna show you guys again. Here you go. So what we're gonna be doing on the next Mustang, or the black Mustang, is I actually have to make a support brace. That's why I haven't put it on yet, because the damn thing's so heavy. And David Willis is here in the chat. He'll know what I'm talking about, but I had sold him my bigger turbo, but we're going to put this 8096 with a 120 housing or 115 housing on it, on the black car. So that's what we're going to be doing to it. But I got to put a brace on the header because this damn thing is like 35 pounds. It's ridiculous. So we're going to try to make more power and still drive it on the street. So, I mean, it's already choked up enough as it is. Jason Field, I just tore down my motor, but I have left rods and pistons in the motor. How can I clean it without removing the rods and pistons? How can I remove it without removing the rods and pistons before I put it back together? Honestly, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Take that shit apart and hone it. There's YouTube videos about honing it and clean your pistons, put new rings in it. You're already that far into the motor. If it's got a good lip on it and it doesn't have any, you know, Looks like it's got a good crosshatch in the cylinder still. I guess just throw some rod main bearings in it and send it. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, that's how you learn how to build stuff. You know, I was scared the first time I built my 302. And I was like, damn, man, I just want to clean this motor, put this shit back together. But then it got to the point to where I was just like, this motor's junk. I gotta hone or bore this thing out or whatever. You see what I mean? And it's just like, you know, it's best that you just learn and go with it. You know what I mean? Just pull them pistons out, take that block to the machine shop, have it washed, have it decked. You know, pull the rings out, wash the pistons and the rings. You know the pistons and rods are good in it, and just hone that shit, man. I'm telling you, don't be afraid. What's up, George F? Drop in and say hi. What's going on, my man? How's that paint job coming? I seen some sort of link you sent me, but it was like, it showed something weird. I mean, not weird in a weird way, but just like, it showed like a weird link. I was like, what the hell is that? It showed like a moon and shit. Boston Beaters. Oh, hey, what's going on? Preston, appreciate the channel membership, my man. You're an unsung hero. Welcome to the channel. And Troy Mason, Apprentice Turner, man, I appreciate you as well. Hey, all that stuff, I'm telling you, all that stuff goes. I got some good shit for you guys. You guys are gonna love it. And I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway to my membership, as well as I had already talked about doing a small giveaway on 4th of July. I talked about that earlier in the year though. Nothing big, couple presents, because I'm a pretty big patriot guy. You know, I was in the military for 15 years. So, you know, it's about America to me. I mean, 4th of July is really important to me. So, I mean, I don't go out there and shoot shotguns in the air, but, you know, not there's anything wrong with that. But I think I'm going to do a 4th of July mid-year giveaway too. So, and it'll be something cool. Appreciate it, guys. What's up, Fox GT? I'm not on here to promote. I just enjoy the content. Hey, you ain't got to worry about that, boss. And I'll tell you if there's a problem with something that you're saying in chat. So, man, I appreciate you just being in here and engaging with the channel. I just joined. I recently purchased a 93 Foxbody. Came across your channel. Hey, man, I appreciate that. The one thing about YouTube that I can't stand the most is there's a lot of Foxbody people out there that haven't seen my channel. And it just drives me nuts. Like, our genre, our Foxbody genre is strong. Like, you'll hear a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people actually mention this, and you guys will, I mean, look at Brutal, man. He's the most charismatic guy on YouTube in our genre, man. Like, I enjoy watching my friend just ball out. I mean, his channel just balls out. And I just enjoy watching the content that he brings to the channel because, I mean, he talks in a different way, in a different tone. He has a different approach than I do. You know, and we're good friends. I would like to say that we're pretty, you know, we're good friends, and so are, you know, I'm pretty good friends with Caleb too. I talk to him all the time too. So, you know, I just enjoy watching those guys' channel, and the thing of the matter is YouTube just doesn't promote enough. And there's some smaller channels like, you know, Paul DeFox is very, very active. You know, you got some of the smaller channels like Funky 50. That, you know, that are very active in the community. They're not really worried about the numbers game, and they're doing really well because they're keeping it real. You see what I mean? And YouTube should be promoting consistency. You see what I mean? Like just constant consistency, and they don't do that, and I don't like that. But whatever. Pressure on Neo is one of the most technical, helpful channels out there. Yeah, I appreciate that, 417. So 417 Fox, if you guys don't know, another small channel. He actually, it's kind of nice that he's here in the channel. Mike is a very charismatic person himself as well. Him and his wife are Christian based, very, very good people. And I almost feel bad cussing around them some fucking times. But just kidding. Anyways, it's Sunday. I apologize. Mike has the 417 approach where he's taking the Foxbody, community, instead of trying to do this really good content and keep up with, the numbers game. He actually made something that cut his own little edge into the, into the Foxbody community. I like to talk about guys you know, all the time. I like to talk about channels. And let me tell you what, 417 Fox has killed the game with merch. I don't think anybody in our genre has not just sold, but created an opportunity like he has with the Foxit brand. Some of you guys may have seen it, some of you may have heard of it. But I just have to shout out to him, man. I mean, he just killed the game with it. And his bread and butter wasn't even the merch. It was the moving the you know, the dim slot, you know, moving the heater things down, which should have been moved down, and the radio up, running the touchscreen. Man, just absolute amazing, absolute amazing. Mangear, I did not know that. I served 10 years in the Army. Hey, man, hooah. Brutal is the jam. I think he is a cop, though. He's not a cop. My channel is tiny, but I'm trying. You know what? One little thing at a time, man. One step at a time. Oh, man, I appreciate. Hey, you got 4,000 subscribers and growing every day. That's because you've completely, you know, you've changed the way you wanted to do YouTube, and YouTube sees that. I love it. I will send you money. Hey, what you sending me money for? You ain't send me no money. Hey, I got that. I got a free coffee cup from you, man. I'm good, bro. I appreciate that. I think it's cool you make people aware of how much likes, comments, and watch time I can help a channel. And listen, that is what it's all about. There is people in YouTube that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I'm not talking any smash about none of them. I'm just saying it's about the content that you bring. It's the engagement. People aren't just subscribing to me doing a TKX test at 700 horsepower. They're subscribing to me. And that's really what it's all about. When you're making a channel and you're making something, it's the personality behind it. It's who you are. I am the same person sitting in front of this damn camera that I am when I turn the camera off and talk on the phone. You see what I mean? Because, and you guys can probably see that passion. You can't fake that shit. And the funny thing is Brutal is the same person, and so isn't Caleb at Foxcast. And I talk about them both because I talk enough to them to know them pretty well. They're the same guys on their videos too. There's no fake going on. Mike, same thing. 417 Fox. That's what I really like about those channels. 2 years active Navy. All right. I appreciate your time and service, Jason Fields. Neo best K member for a 92 GT. I like the QA1, but the UPR is pretty good too. QA1's got my vote though. I appreciate you, Fox GT. Superfly Garage. I am just starting out with my channel. You're one of the ones that inspire me. Hey, look. I appreciate you telling me that I inspire. This is why I do the stuff I do. This is why I get on here. Sure, we make money doing it, but it's peanuts. I'm telling you. I probably used more monetization than I really needed to, but I did have some help from a lot of my sponsors with some of the gifts. Some of the things I bought, they're not cheap. But here's the thing, it's about being rich and real in content. I got 15,000 subscribers, right? Or whatever. But when I put out a video, like at least I'll get 2,000 or 3,000 views on pretty much every one of my videos, and I'm okay with that. But the content, like, and I'm gonna use Nakia as well, and Brutal. I mean, I talk about him enough, and I'm sorry if he's watching. I'm sorry I keep mentioning you. But you know, his channel's strong. He puts out a video, it gets 5,000 to 10,000 views every time because it's about the engagement with the content creator. It's about the personality behind it. It's about, you know, going through my channel, and my videos have went through quite a growth in the past 2 years, you know, versus what I made in 2019 or whatever. So, yeah, but this is what I like to do. We do Fox bodies every day. Me, Cousin Paul, and Cousin Fred, we do Fox bodies every day. So it only makes sense that I would double tap that with a hobby like YouTube. Joseph Davidson, I enjoy your content. I would be interested in seeing how you brace your, what's that say? How you brace your turbo. I have been thinking about doing this as well. Yeah, so we usually brace the turbo off the head with the arm. I think I made one for a GT40. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This one I made. Now, don't be laughing at my welds and shit, boys, but we made this brace for an On3 back a few years ago. And as you can see, like one of the head bolts, because I run those aftermarket alternator brackets kits that come with the On3 kit. So this goes in one of the bolt holes that you don't use. And you can see it would hold the passenger, like the bottom of the flange, the T4 flange. I put it on the corner right there. See what I mean? So what happened is the crossover and the, because you know, I'm not a big fan of the flex coupler. So the crossover wouldn't pull down on it when it got hot, and it would, you know, keep a stability there, you know, for the most part. You know, it's just a little rod, some shit I made up. I've been trying to get this basket case 86 GT running, and I was about to give up. Ended up driving it this afternoon, war whistle and all. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, 417. Dylan Winsor, I appreciate the upgrade on the membership, my man. And Carlos has been an unsung hero fan for 3 months. Bro, that's top tier hero fan, man. I appreciate your you know, what you give to the channel, Carlos. Shout out to you, my man. I hope to keep you here for a long time. I hope to at least do enough content that you enjoy to want to be here a long time. Lenzo Mustang, do you work on other people's Foxbodies? We're not there yet. What I had thought about doing for a while is expanding. And what we've done at Neo Mustangs, what I've created, what I have created with the eBay, you know, with the YouTube, and you know, with my websites, it's like that's the next iteration. I think being a very Foxbody specific, like one member at a time, not member, but like one project at a time is, you know, that way you can focus your attention on that one car. And the sad part is you would be turning a lot of people away and probably pissing a lot of people off. And that's the whole problem with doing, you know, doing projects. Is just like you have to pick and choose who you can and can't help. And you want to help everybody. You want to be that guy that everybody talks about, but you know, you also don't want to be that guy that turns business or people away. You know what I mean? What's up, CMD? Channel member in the house. I like nines. Thumbs up, Buttercup. Appreciate that. So, I think that's where we're headed, though. I think with me and Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred, maybe hiring another tech. You know, those guys are really good with Foxbodies. I'm very proud of them. Like, we just focuses on this, and this is it. You see what I mean? That makes you a master at it. We don't say we can do this. I don't say I can do that on a 98 or a mod motor or a new edge car. I'll leave that to other people. You know, there's a lot of other people out there that know more about that stuff than I do. So, best supercharger? Dude, that's depends on what motor it is. Procharger, always been a big fan of Procharger because they have so many iterations of different types of you know, superchargers that in a root style obviously would be, you know, like Whipple. So Robotool, I try not to work on other people's vehicles. Never know what, you know, I don't mind, you know, sticking my neck out there with my name and my brand. I've done that. I actually put those videos here on YouTube if you guys you know, checked them out or whatever. We did a T5 swap for a buddy of mine named Ryan. He actually brought that car up here from Florida. And I did 2 videos, was it 2020 or 2019, summer? We did a 2-part video. Not very, you know, it's not, those videos aren't the type that are gonna get 10,000 views. I'm okay with that because the how-to videos are the nuts and bolts of your channel. So they're not gonna, you can expect, and I can tell you, you're not gonna get big views on it. Terminator X stuff, you know, how to change brakes, how to change a caliper. That shit right there is the nuts and bolts of a good Foxbody channel. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's where we're going to get back into a lot of that, where I'm just going to do stupid videos, not stupid, but you know, entry level and base level videos of, you know, how to change calipers, or how to change rotors, or what to expect when, you know, how to change axles, how to pull an axle out, how to check your diff. Those videos right there, regardless of how many subscribers you have, are the nuts and bolts of your channel. I've always been that way. I know I'm not going to make a lot of money on those. I'm not going to make any money on them. I don't care about that. I care about, you know, the engagement with the community. So, Superfly Garage, I appreciate you, man, entering into the, you know, the membership, the unsung hero, my man. I appreciate that. Who did I miss? Hello, have you had aerated fuel in your tank from a stock hanger for a fuel pump? Yes. One of the ways that I've actually changed that, Lenzo, is I've actually, you know, there's a return tube on your stock hanger, and it's usually got this little stupid little rubber thing that just kind of, I usually just attached a hose and brought it down. See, you want to try to get the hose outside of the basket. The basket's what gets sucked dry. So when you start, I guess, let me start over. So when you got 340 pumps and you got them wired, they're going to suck your tank dry. If you guys are out there driving them and racing them, you're probably going to want to stay at least above a third of the tank, because your fuel's always doing this shit in the tank. So I mean, a 340 pump wired to a good 3G alternator setup is going to suck that tank quick. It's going to be boom. It's going to be out of the tank, and it's going to suck the basket dry. So I've always been a very hardcore advocate of keeping my vehicle at least a third or higher. You know, half a tank is ideal. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like aeration, you could ruin the fuel pump, especially a sump one, on aeration really quick. Black car, white car both have sumps. You know I drive the black car every day, all the time. And one of the big things is I'm always a full tank or 3/4 of a tank with my E85. So that way when it's washing through, even in my sump, you're not going to hear my pump change. You can hear it go, you can hear it aerate. You know what I mean? I got a drum brake video coming up. Yeah, man. Hey, dude, that's exactly, that should be the base of your channel, Broken Tool. And I know I've watched you. I've seen some of your videos. It's exactly where you want to be. Just entry-level videos. They're always going to be there, because Foxbodies aren't going to do nothing but go up in price. Not because I said that, but they're going to go up in price because they're going to get harder to find and more people are going to love them. Lenzo, please do nuts and bolts videos step by step. Yeah, those are all videos that I could do as filler videos. Like I said, you know, we always rate our channels and we always rate our analytics by how much people are watching and how much the analytics. Like I had a video that I put out about a month ago, where the 460, my buddy, the sheriff, Timmy Combs, that video shot up like a rocket. 30,000 views in a month, big spike in the channel, much appreciated. 4-minute video, no bullshit. You know, those are the type of videos I want to get back into. I noticed that sucking air with a Walbro 255 around a 1/4 of a tank too. Yeah, definitely don't go any lower than a 1/4 of a tank, even with if you have a pump in the tank, guys. Don't do that. Hey, 417 Fox, got my Apple or Alpine 650. I'm assuming that's a dim. Looks clean, vacuum hoses just fine, nice. Like 417 Fox, and actually Gearhead 704. There's you can put it at 417 still in a chat. There's people that's got how-to videos on 417 Fox's heater control relocation and dim slot push button thing for the console. Looks really good. Do you trade in Foxbody parts? I have factory seats, dash, steering wheel, door panels, aluminum spare. Looking to sell or trade to work up away towards the 8. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you're at. I definitely, when I go picking, I'm like American Pickers with Foxbodies, guys. I'm not even lying to you. Like when I go to somebody's house, like I have an appointment to meet a guy in Michigan next week. He has a garage full of Foxbody parts. Now, specifically 8793. I'm obviously going to be taking my trailer, and I'm going to go and pick like everything he's got. So I always like parts because, you know, I can restore them, I can fix them. Mostly, you know, if they're beyond fixable, I just throw them away. But every bolt, nut, and everything in Foxbodies. Those aluminum spares are great. We got to support one another in the community. Man, I appreciate that, Superfly, coming straight up with the unsung hero, man. Love your content and how you keep it real. Stay in touch with your members. Yeah, I don't stay in touch with my members enough. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I do apologize. I mean, I want to be more engaging with my members, but, you know, doing a members only chat, we're probably going to do a members only live stream here in the near future. And I'll make sure that everybody sees it in advance. It won't be something like, hey, I'm doing the live stream tomorrow. It'll be like a month from now. That way I can hopefully get all my members or most of my members in the same live chat, and we can just, you know, talk about what we want to do as a membership. You see what I mean? What's the next step? You know, I give you guys content early. You know, we do giveaways. You know, I want to do more. I mean, it's hard. It's new. Channel memberships are different. They're a lot different. It's a way to support the channel that you're watching. It's just a great thing to have for a channel that has a lot of content and engagement. Rao H, what are your thoughts on a T5 with a Pro shifted Astro gear set? Ain't nothing wrong with the Astro gear sets and a T5, but if you're going to spend all that money and time on a T5 based transmission, I would simply just go get a TKX. If it's in your budget. Boston Beaters, that broken tool, you're welcome. Mustang guy, okay, I'm headed out, man. Hey, have a great night, Mustang 6501. I appreciate you coming in, man. I will be seeing you in this videos and hopefully next Sunday for some giveaways. Troy Mason, love the junkyard mod videos. Definitely an eye opener to people just getting, yeah, so those live streams are actually really hot. They're still growing on my channel, to be honest with you. Those live streams that I did with the junkyard mods, and that's the reason why I did them in a live stream, because there's a lot of shit to talk about on a junkyard mod video. I'm not going to try to slam that in 8 minutes. See what I mean? So hopefully people get into watching them more. I mean, those are probably some of my best live streams, was the junkyard mod, the part 1, part 2. Got a lot of views, and hopefully it continues to grow. It's the nuts and bolts of the channel type stuff. How-to videos are my favorite. Yeah, so like I said, like me and Nakia talk about how-to videos, they don't do well analytically, but they do well mediocrity, medium, whatever, because they're just like the base of your channel. And that's why, you know, my channels will always stay, you know, do it yourself, budget. I mean, even though we got, you know, crazy shit going on with my black car, my white car, I know that, but it gives you something to see outside of just the stock stuff that I do all the time. So, and I definitely, I mean, if you guys haven't checked out 50 Tussin, I watch a lot of Rod stuff, and Rod just keeps it straight real. I have a bunch of fun watching his videos, and he likes to race and mess with Foxbodies and make them go faster, and he brings a, you know, he brings that you know, budget, definitely brings that budget, you know, I'm not saying he's cheap, I'm just saying he brings that budget-minded thing that we started our channel with as well. What's up, Donnie B in the house? Donnie B is the one of the lead salesman managers at Anderson Ford Motorsports, and Donnie B is also one of the sponsors of Fox Days of Christmas. So you guys will be very happy at what, actually Donnie B gave me one of the bigger gifts this year. What's up, Neil? Late arrival. Any new details of Fox Days of Christmas? Yeah, I got 61 people in the channel. Let me slow down. I got 61 people in the channel. Like I said earlier in the channel, I'm gonna say it again. We're gonna do a video tomorrow, and we're gonna do a video later this week. 2 videos this week of Fox Days of Christmas. 1 video opening 8, so you don't have to watch a 20-minute video, and then another video unwrapping the other 8. And we're gonna do the hashtags in each one of those videos. Next Sunday, we're gonna be giving all this shit away. There's a lot of good stuff in there. There's no hats and no t-shirts, if that gives you any sort of inclination of you know, there's a lot of good stuff that I had purchased myself for you guys, and stuff that had been sponsored. Not that there's any problems with hats and t-shirts, but We do have a nice gift certificate that we haven't printed out yet. Lamar, I really like how you tips and tricks videos. Yeah, so we're going to continue to do that stuff. Like I said, we're going to do the how I built my dual exhaust on my turbo system. We're going to do the fuel system, how I ran my fuel system, and some of the things you need to pay attention to. We still got the brake upgrade video to do to the black car. And we're going to get back, like I said, we're going to get back into Dad's car. You know, the Fobra motor. You know, we're going to get back into seeing how much power it makes, how much more we can push that shit. I might stick the Terminator X in my dad's car. Instead of trying to mass air convert it, you know what I mean? Which we've done before already. I mean, who's to say you can't put a Terminator X in a stock car? I mean, it's pretty stock. Timothy, yeah, man, I've learned a lot in such a short time. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. That's the nuts and bolts of my channel, my dude. So we got about 5 more minutes left or so, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this stream up. If you guys want to got some questions for me, got some questions for the channel. I have a lot to be thankful for, guys. I mean, being able to grow a Foxbody channel has always been something that, you know, it's surreal. You know, it was a lot of hard work to get there. And I mean, we're not done yet. I mean, we're not anywhere close to where we want to be. But like I was saying earlier, it's not about the videos and how many videos you put out. It's really about you, you know? It's really about what you bring to the genre. I like to think I bring a little bit of, you know, a little bit of fun to the genre. You know, I like to laugh, have a joke. I definitely don't joke enough. You know, have a good time. I mean, I'm usually just sitting there trying to say, well, this is how you do this, or this is how you do that. So, we're not going to do, Noel, we're not going to do a live stream for the giveaways. So how this is going to work, and I'm going to say it again real quick. We're going to do 2 videos. We're going to open the first 8 boxes, and then we're going to open the last 8 boxes. In each video, there's going to be a hashtag of which box you guys want. And you can enter more than 1 box, but you can only enter once. So like if you spam it, then I'm not going to, you know, I don't think that's fair to everybody else. And then I'm going to do a random, you know, random on the find command or whatever. And, you know, I'm going to pick my winners next Sunday. So I like 9s. I take notes on how-tos. They're the bread and butter. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I agree with that. Gregory Cooks, what's the best single turbo size for a 351 Windsor? If you're a stick shift, depends on what you want to do. A 7675 is a good choke it up turbo. 7675 on a 351 Windsor, or hell, even a 408 and a 363 like I have in my cars. They spool real quick. They'll make their power right through 6,000. You can shift them a little bit, you know, a little bit later. If you want to make big power, you want to go to an 80. You know, I would definitely be in an 80 series of some sort, 78. What's up, War Admiral? That's all right, man. I appreciate you stopping in, guys. Check out War Admiral's car on Instagram, War Admiral 363. The way I mean, that car is amazing, guys. He's also in my Foxtoberfest video. Robert Barrett, awesome content, always informative. Best parts I can utilize them 99 Explorer motors. Best parts I can utilize from 99 Explorer motor. Actually, to be honest with you, the whole motor is good. The camshaft's a little weak, but the pistons are hyper eutectic. But outside of that, you know, a 99 Explorer motor, it's a badass motor. Obviously, it's got P heads and intake, so, and the throttle body can still be used. No internals. I would probably, the internals are just fine. Heads and intake. Okay, so Tom Allen Jr. Hey guys, new to the channel, the Foxbody community in general, looking to pick up a project sometime in the next year. Love all the content. I appreciate that, Tommy. I appreciate the membership as well, my dude. But yeah, pick up a good project. Don't pick up something that's all ratted out though. What's the topic? This is the last stream of 2021. War Admiral, that's just me being thankful. You know, there's a lot of things that's happened with everybody you know, with the sickness going around. So I was just kind of hanging out tonight. We're not doing a topic tonight. Next week we're going to be hanging, you know, we're going to be giving away a bunch of shit. So we're going to spend the whole stream giving away a bunch of stuff. And then the following stream after that, which should be the second or third, starts a new year. So that we're going to kick off the new year with a new topic. What's up, War Dragon Velo? Or White Dragon Velo? It's good to see you, my man. So yeah, we're gonna probably that's what the next couple live streams are gonna be. You know, I'm gonna be giving away some stuff, and then the next stream after that is gonna be first of the year. So we're gonna kick it off with something pretty hot, you know, some sort of topic, something, you know. And you guys can give me some ideas of what you guys would like to talk about on a topic. You know, top 5, top 10s. Dude, comment that shit in my live stream. I mean, comment. I see all that stuff. You know, I get a notification from YouTube when somebody comments on anything. Comments on anything. So, guys, you know, send it. What's the difference of a 5.0 pulled from an 87 Thunderbird? It's just not an HO motor. Thanks, sir. Keep it up. Hard work. Pulling motor. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Hey, if you got a good price on it, you got to steal. 99 Explorer motor. Send it. What's your thoughts on a 331 stroker with a turbo setup? It's amazing. Another fellow content creator here on YouTube, Regular Guy Garage, runs a 331 with a 78. He does really well with it. Bottom end wise. What's the difference 5.0? I don't think there's anything different in the bottom end wise. I think they both carry the E7 AE crank. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's the Ford stock part number. I think they both carry the C9 C80E rods, which is the good nickel rods. Little do you guys know, Foxbody motors, including Thunderbird, had forged bottom ends. The crankshaft was not forged. They had forged rods and forged pistons. So, you know, made by TRW. The rods were made in Mexico with the block, if I remember correctly. But the pistons were made by TRW. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but most of us do know that. But 87 to 92, specifically, if you look at the bottom of a piston, it says TRW with an E7 ZE number. That's a forged aluminum piston. And you wonder why stock pistons are so badass and why I like them so much. Love, hate for X303 cam. Actually, I've never ran an X cam, bro. Never, never, never. Isn't that like a 560 or is that a Z? Was free wife's old whip, bro. That's hey, look, if you still got the Explorer, make sure you get the diff out of it and the gears. The axles, whatever, but get the diff and the gears out of that. I'm doing the caddy brakes up too. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Caddy brakes are a must, man. You don't have to do the rear disc if you do caddy brakes in the front. I want a flip piston set. Yup. I want a flip piston set from you. What do you mean? How about the Grand Marquis? I think if it's an HO motor, it's the same as a Mustang. It's just the intakes were a little bit different. Does that make sense? And you can know it's an HO motor. Let me tell you this. You know it's an HO motor if you take the plaque off, it'll say HO stamped in the top of the motor. Knew about the Grand Marquis. Okay, what? That's perfect. Same bottom end as a 90 GT. Pretty much. B303 cam in the house. That's right. The non-HO crank and rods. Isn't the non-HO still E7AE with the rods still C80E and D10E cap? Won't you need the disc in the back for the brake bias? God, I knew somebody was gonna say some shit. Come on, Doomsday. I don't think so. I'm gonna run my brake bias 80/20 if that's what you're talking about. I'm gonna have most of my shit in the front. The flip piston engine you just built from your dad. Yeah, I mean, do you want me to build you one? Is that what you said? I want a flip piston set. Okay. Couldn't get away with the brake thing without bias coming up. Damn it. Bruh. How much is the kit from SNS? $175. It kind of makes the budget. It kind of kills the budget, doesn't it? Pisses me off. I'm like, damn, I got the brake. I got the passenger brake for $115. I got the driver brake for like $140 because it was different. I don't know why. And then I bought the Calhoun drilled slotted for like $100. I wanted to get a good set. You don't have to get those, but I wanted those. And I already had the spindles from the junkyard for 50 bones. I cleaned them up. I bought brand new wheel bearings. So they were like $150. So I mean, doing a brake upgrade is expensive as hell. But then I started doing a little bit. You start adding that little shit up, and it just makes it crazy. What's up, T-Top Thomas? It's good to see you, my man. Swedish Sugar, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the $4.99 super sticker, super chat, bro. Goes to things like this. I keep saying that shit. We got 16 presents here. It don't look like it, but it's there. I'm telling you right now. You guys are gonna like what you get. Anyway, T-Top Thomas with the Coyote swap. T-Top 82, isn't it? You guys ain't had a chance to check out T-Top Thomas. He's on Instagram. I think he's got something in my ear. Him and War Admiral 363 here in Chatter. Got some pretty popular shit on Instagram, so you gotta go check it out. Foxy Brown as well. Robo2, I run FBR fronts, 4-cylinder prop. Okay. Yeah, 0.7 is what, 70/30? Can you address the what? Can you address the poor front brakes of a Foxbody that isn't over 1,000 in the video soon? Look, we just did it with the Caddy brakes, my dude. We just did it. Cadillac brakes, the Brembo Cadillac 2013 CTS. I mean, you're looking at, I think I got $600 or $700 in that, and then I have to buy the SNS kit, which makes putting the kit on a lot easier. And then all you got to do is some work to it. I'm telling you, man. Raul H, does forged internally balanced 302 allow more RPM? Now, internally balanced, yes. What internally balanced, if there's one thing that'll kill a freaking motor, it's harmonics. Period, end of story. And I'm going to tell you right now that if you internally balance the 302, you're going to be putting a lot of weight on that crank, like to get it to internally balance. But if you can internally balance a 302, you can spin it and win it a little bit better to, it doesn't create as much harmonic and it's more precise. You know what I'm saying? Especially under its load. When you got 50 ounces, which, guys, it's 3 pounds on each end of a damn crankshaft, and one of them's off a little bit, it's going to create all kind of harmonics that are just going to shake your motor and crack it. That's where crank sensors come in. T-Top Thomas, man, I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you, man. I appreciate that for the channel. Thank you, sir. I knew it was an 82 because I love the 82's front bumper. It's so unique, an 82 from a mile away. All right, bro, gotta go. I appreciate you, Superfly, for joining the channel on the membership, my dude. Affected this pandemic, you're right. Carlos, I heard one of those presents there have a set of keys to one of your cars. Hell to the no. You're crazy as hell. Carlos, you crazy. War Admiral 363, man, I appreciate the guys. I'm just humbled, man. I'm humbled by I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, man. I really do. And I don't say that your guys' cars are awesome because I want to say that and hoot and holler about it. But your guys' cars are amazing. T-Top Thomas, your 82 Coyote swap, and 363 War Admiral. Dude, your coupe, I could sit there and just stare at your coupe and all the stitchings and all the differences that you've done in your car. And I'm not just saying that because you guys support my channel. You got, I have to, your cars are just amazing. I just enjoy them, and I enjoy the countless hours and tens of thousands of dollars it's taken to get them there. So, guys, check those guys out on Instagram. I don't know what you guys are doing. So, anyways, saving for a damn AutoZone long block, but would rather have one built by you. Me and the mad scientist talked about building engines like that, and it just when you build an engine like that, if I do something wrong, then I'm married to it, and then I say it's going to be it's going to be good for this much horsepower, and then it gets split. I mean, I could build an engine like that, but it's just about time. I mean, it took me, it took a lot of time and effort I spent more time getting everything together in one place and then just do it all at once. You see what I mean? But the motor came out really good. I love your channel, bro. I appreciate that, War Admiral. Hey, we had a great time. I rolled up on War Admiral at Foxtoberfest. You guys got to see the video. But I remember riding up on him and Foxy Brown, and we just kind of looked at each other like it was an old country showdown. He was just like, "What's up?" And we was like, "What's up?" It was a good time. Once you break the ice, then everything's all good, man. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. He was sitting next to Foxy Brown, which I think Blue Over Media and somebody else did a video. I don't remember. I know Blue Over Media did the Foxy Brown one. Oh, that car was so sick. The detail in that's ridiculous. What was your opinion on the Professional Products Twin Disc? I didn't even run the Professional Products Twin Disc. I don't know, Turbo Man. Which one are you talking about? Mine in the garage hasn't ran since 2002. Oh boy. Broken Tool. Yeah, the warranty issue is why I don't build engines for sale. Yeah, and I have no problem. If I was to build something for somebody and it broke, dude, I'll be like, dude, bring it back. I mean, look how long it's taken me to get Smitty Bad's T5. You guys remember Smitty Bad? I know he's probably watching. He's probably mad at me. But realistically, with all the sickness and stuff that we've had to deal with the last couple months, the last month and a half, it just put a damper on my YouTube channel and my engagement, my videos, and all the plans that I had to do for the rest of the year. And one of them was to start digging into Smitty Bad's T5, because you guys know I got a T5 I'm supposed to rebuild for brutal handling and Smitty Bad. So you become married to stuff like that, and then it's just, you feel so bad because you don't get it done or fix it. You did a review on a twin disc compared to the McLeod. That wasn't a Professional Products one. That was a Vengeance. It's sitting right here on my shirt. Vengeance by Competition Clutch. So you were asking me, what was your opinion? Honestly, my true opinion of the Vengeance twin disc is probably a pretty neutral, negative-ish opinion. Now, I don't say that, I just know materials from what it looks like. But you never, ever judge a book by its cover, because the way they have their proprietary flywheel set up, I think is going to be really good for that twin disc. We'll see next year. They say it makes 800, it'll hold 800 wheel. So we're going to turn it up with that turbo, and we're going to put that twin disc in, and that's one of the first things I'm going to be testing next year is Chris's Vengeance clutch in the Black Fox. Castle Customs, Gearhead, Blue Oval, and BH Motors. Foxy Brown was on Castle Customs with my car. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that that channel. He doesn't show how many followers he's got. He should. I'm very interested to see. Like, he's been around for a while, hasn't he? So it's a good channel. It's a great channel. No, it's all good, Turbo Man. It's not Professional Products. It's Vengeance. All right, where we at here? So anyways, Joseph Davidson, keep your family and foxes in good health. Everyone has a Merry Christmas. All right, happy Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna close this up. Before you guys go though, we can go over it real quick. Shout out to Hamlin Motorsports. They're friends of family friends. They're my sponsor. Shout out to Anderson Ford Motorsports. Trick Flow. Yeah. Got 15 gifts going that are going to some good homes this week, guys. Make sure you guys check out the videos coming up. I'm going to be handing this stuff out. Tomorrow we're going to do a video. Tomorrow, Tuesday. I think it's going to be. I think I'm going to do it Tuesday and Thursday this week. But I'm going to shoot the video and start editing it tomorrow, where I'm going to open the first half of this, and we're going to do a big giveaway. So next week, you do not have to be present to win. But you do have to hashtag box whatever in the video of the item. So the first 8 boxes will be opened. I want hashtag box 8. If you win it, you email me within 48 hours, and then I'll send it out to you. So you will not have to pay for shipping. This is just Neo Mustangs and the Foxbody, me giving back to the community. So, yeah, man. It was a good stream, guys. I am very humbled to have been this far with my stream. Guys, I appreciate all the new members that have joined the channel. And I appreciate the super chat and the super stickers, guys. You guys are what make this dream work. But stay tuned for the 2 videos and the big stream next week. We'll probably spend a good hour and a half, 2 hours unwrapping or giving away gifts. I'm gonna do it as fair as possible, guys. We're gonna have a good time doing it, and then we're gonna be, it's gonna be a good end of the year. But I appreciate you. Shout out Nathan Tuck this week as my #1 supporter in the membership channel. Dude, I appreciate you so much. Everyone, hit that like. If you just enjoyed the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. I appreciate everybody. I'll see you guys this week. And if I don't see you before the next stream, have a Merry Christmas.